Welcome into the bunker of General Gridiron, Field Marshal of football forecasting. We're about to map out the way this college football weekend is going to go. Will your favorite team be marching to victory, or will the enemy be taking your battle flag? It's Halloween weekend, and plenty of teams will be tricked on this crazy day. And if you're not careful, the ghosts and goblins will get you. Just ask former Miami coach Al Golden. So, get your treats ready and man those battle stations. We're ready for another round of General Gridiron's football foretelling. Michigan at Minnesota. The Little Brown Jug rivalry took an unexpected turn midweek when Gophers head coach Jerry Kill suddenly stepped down due to ongoing health woes. We wish the veteran coach all the best in retirement and are thankful for his dedication to the best sport in America. Michigan dominates this series 73-25 and 3 ties, but Coach Kill's gutsy gang of burrowing rodents pulled off a big win in the Big House last season. The revenge-minded Michiganders now head to the Twin Cities with a new coach of their own that once upon a time went 3-1 against Minnesota when he quarterbacked the Maize and Blue. And since the Gophers haven't beaten Michigan on the banks of the Mississippi since 1977, why start now? The Generals victor, Michigan. South Carolina at Texas A&M. All right, soldiers, time for a little history lesson. Back when Texas was getting settled by American frontiersmen, many of those brave men came from the great state of South Carolina. One such Carolina boy, Colonel William Travis, even commanded the Alamo, and another, James Bonham, also fell at the infamous 1836 battle in San Antonio. When the University of South Carolina and Texas A&M University became cross-division SEC steadies last year, the Bonham Trophy was created to give the winner a memento of this Palmetto-forged Lone Star legacy. And here's a brand new chapter for the history books. On this football Saturday, the Gamecocks aren't going to be able to storm the Aggie Alamo, and Lieutenant Bonham's trophy will remain in the Republic. The Generals victor? Come and take it. Aggies. Tennessee at Kentucky. They call this a rivalry game, but when the Big Orange Express suits up for the felines, the outcome is usually the same. The Cats have only beaten UT once in the last 30 years. This year, both programs hit Commonwealth Stadium with a chance to try and get back on track. The hard-luck Vols have come so close on so many occasions, and UK fans thought this would be the year Stoops would get BBN back to a bowl. This one will come down to a battle of QBs. Joshua Dobbs v. Patrick Tolles, and the edge goes to the junior signal caller and the team with home field advantage. The Generals victor, Kentucky. Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. Orange and black collide for this Halloween afternoon duel in lovely Lubbock. Mike Gundy's Cowpokes are riding high with the number 12 ranking and an untamed record. The homestanding masked riders would love nothing more than to sidetrack the OSU posse's hope for college playoff participation. Fans inside Jones AT&T Stadium had better have their pumpkins filled with lots of candies for this showdown in L-Town, cause the sugar buzz might wear off before the final whistle blows and the Pokes have escaped with another W. The Generals victor, Oklahoma State. Still to come on this week's college football forecast, rivals collide in the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. The Houston Cougars are ready to growl this Halloween night. And number 3 Clemson is Raleigh-bound. But will they be safe and sound? Stay tuned, all you trick-or-treat troopers. We'll be right back.
Because you want more flavor, at Newks we marinate and grill to perfection. Because you want the latest culinary tastes and trends, we never rest. At Newks, great food drives us. So we are meticulous in our preparation, obsessed with the quality of our ingredients, and uncompromising about serving you our very best. We believe that sharing a memorable meal is one of life's ultimate pleasures. Join us at Newks Eatery.
Hello, countrymen. This is General Gridiron back with you. Each week, this fabulous football forecast is heard on some of the finest radio stations in all the land, like AM 1370 WLOP The Buzz, Fox Sports Radio for Jessup and Wayne County, Georgia, and 1310 AM KEZM in Lake Charles, Louisiana, sports radio for Southwest Louisiana. We appreciate all our radio partners. Now, before more trick-or-treaters come a-knocking at our door, let's get back into the football fight. Georgia versus Florida. One of college football's greatest traditions arrives this weekend. No, not the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, silly. but Halloween, and the actual day lands smack dab on this game day, as fans will be dressed up in costumes aplenty and howling at the moon. Oh, and that other pretty cool tradition of the Florida-Georgia game, or Georgia-Florida game, depending on which side of the St. Mary's River you're on, where the two teams collide inside a split stadium in Jacksonville. This event is the most exciting football game played in this NFL town all year long, and the Georgia trick-or-treaters will hit the town looking for a whole lot of loot. But them Gators still have a lot to play for, and in this game, they'll chomp down on a few dog milk duds and send old hairy dog running out of the swamp with his tail tucked beneath his pumpkin pail. The Generals victor, chomp chomp, Florida. Notre Dame at Temple. The Golden Dome Altar Boys head east to the last stop of Pope Francis's recent American tour, the city of brotherly love, for a little confessional at the Temple Tabernacle. The Owls, who? Yep, the Temple Owls are having the holiest of holy years on the gridiron, sporting an unblemished record and a number 21 ranking. But with C.J. Prosise ready to go in the Leprechauns' backfield, methinks the Notre Dame diocese will precisely get the night schoolers to confess their true identity and suffer their first transgression of the season. The Generals victor, Notre Dame. Vanderbilt at Houston. The Houston Feline Factory has quietly meowed its way to an unbeaten season, and it has a date with Memphis in 2 weeks, plus a possible playoff berth squarely in its litter box to-do list. This one is going to get ugly real quick, because the SEC Sailors are going to run aground in Houston town, despite picking up their first conference win in the Derek Mason era last week. In this little skirmish along Bray's Bayou, Greg Ward Jr. is going to sashay his way around the field and will be out of the door trick-or-treating before the clock strikes midnight. The Generals victor, Houston. Clemson at NC State. The Dabo Dance Troupe renews this Textile Bowl throwdown with the Dancing Hounds for a Halloween spook fest. Clemson is getting a lot of ink, and rightfully so. Last week they gave Miami its worst butt-whooping in school history. Even got old Al Golden fired as the head hurricane. In Raleigh, a hostile home crowd will hope the South Carolina seamstresses will come to town with a case of the wash day blues. But sorry, Pack Nation, those pretty orange and white unis will virtually be untouched at the end of this fashion show. The Generals victor, Clemson. Ole Miss at Auburn. That eagle better be on the lookout when it soars to the field of Jordan-Hare on this Auburn game day. Questions aplenty surround the Plainsman playmakers, and if they don't get their act together before kickoff, War Eagle 7 might need to get a helmet on and help out. On the other sideline, the hotty-toddiers think they found a way to get to Atlanta for the first time. All it takes is to win out against 4 SEC West rivals, and they'll be playing for the SEC trophy. But never underestimate this troop of tenacious Tigers. You know, the ones that squeak by Jacksonville State in OT. Halloween will actually put the scare in them, and the Rebel Black Bears will end up spilling their treats and quickly hit the scary road back to Faulkner Country. The Generals victor, Auburn. Now that was one creepy jack-o'-lantern of pigskin picks. Hey, we'll be back in a moment to wrap up this week's General Gridiron with our rapid-fire picks, so stay tuned. This is General Gridiron back with you. We've already maneuvered through this weekend's frontline college football showdowns. Now it's time to fix bayonets and storm the field with our rapid-fire football forecast, with a little taste of Halloween thrown into the mix. Florida State Skittles Syracuse. Penn State pumpkins Illinois. Texas treats Iowa State. McNeese State puts the scare in Abilene Christian. Air Force howls past Hawaii. Georgia Tech nerds Virginia. Memphis Tootsie Rolls Tulane. Chattanooga Goo Goo Clusters Western Carolina. Appalachian State tricks Troy. Stanford whoppers Washington State. Oklahoma knocks on Kansas's door. Iowa Reese's Peanut Butter Cups Maryland. Boise State Skittles UNLV. Arkansas pumpkin pies UT Martin. Arizona Kit Kats Washington. SMU Twix's Tulsa. Coastal Carolina Charleston Chews Charleston Southern. Louisiana Monroe Pralines Louisiana Lafayette. Duke Milky Ways Miami. And Utah Oreos Oregon State. Well, troops, you can now put your swords back in their scabbards. We're all out of candy on this Halloween edition of General Gridiron. We'll be back again next week. Same General Gridiron time, same General Gridiron station. So So don't forget to tune us in on the radio, Facebook, and YouTube TV. And don't forget to tell your friends all about the show. Just search for General Gridiron. This is John Rawl, the General of Gridiron Glory, thanking you for letting me be a part of your football weekend. Happy Halloween. General Gridiron is a production of CRM Sports. For more, log on to crmsports.com.
That'll be all. Y'all